We need to limit all the background noises, please. I'm not recording the hearing. All right, the court is calling cause number 2020 DCM 4452. This is a hearing on a petition filed by the Attorney General's office that's entitled A Suit Affecting Parent-Child Relationship with an Acknowledgement of Paternity. Parties in this case are Jesus Vasquez and Carissa Meraz. There appears to be one minor child before the court. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am the Associate Judge for the Title 4D Court here in El Paso, Texas. And we are appearing on this matter on the Zoom hearing since we cannot appear in court due to the current pandemic crisis that's going on. I'm recording the evidence on the computer recording system. That is the official record of this proceedings here today. I need to ask the parties to conduct themselves as if they were in court, which, because you are in court before me, please do not talk over each other. Only one person speaking at the time. So sometimes the audio portion may not pick up what you have to say. Right, those are the general rules that apply in every single case. And with that, let me have an announcement by the Attorney General in this case.
Lindsay Kaplan for the state, Your Honor, ready?
All right. And I'd ask the parties, Mr. Vasquez and Ms. Meraz, would please raise your right hands, please. Okay. Mr. Vasquez, I can't see you, so I'm assuming that you are raising your right hand, sir.
Correct.
Do you, Anita, you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you out?
Correct.
All right, both parties answered in the affirmative. I just need for you, Ms. Meraz, to speak just a little bit louder, please. Okay?
Is that better? Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, you can put your hand down. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Prior to moving to the contested matters, the state wishes to recite those matters that have been stipulated to or otherwise agreed to by the parties. Prior to this hearing, the parties agree to be joint managing conservators, which means that they agree to share in decision-making regarding the child in this case. And the parties also agree to no geographic restriction, meaning that the child's Zigwa can reside anywhere. The parties further agreed to Susana Gomez supervising visitation. Susana Gomez is the paternal aunt.
Okay. Any other agreements?
Your Honor, I believe that that's the extent of the agreements at this time.
Okay. So there's no agreement as to the support obligations?
No, Your Honor.
Child support, medical support, and whether or not there'll be any retroactive or any back child support?
Correct, Your Honor. No agreements as to those issues.
All right. Mr. Vasquez, is this your agreement so far, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Meraz, is this your agreement so far?
With those, yes.
Okay. And we'll have a hearing on the matters to be decided by the court will be the and medical support, and if there's going to be any retroactive support. Okay. All right, the court will approve that agreement that has been stipulated by the parties. I will not proceed on the remaining issues on child support. Go ahead, Ms. Kaplan.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Ms. Meraz as a witness.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is your name?
Carissa Meraz.
And do you have any safety concerns?
With Jesus Vasquez, no. Just with his spouse, Vivian Faith Miller, I do have safety concerns.
And what are the nature of those concerns, ma'am?
The domestic violence that they have towards each other, and that's really my main concern. I don't want her around my child at all.
And
They've been
is there
together. They've been together for such a short amount of time, and it's just way too many issues that she's come across just with my child. Nothing with me, just really with Zayla Vasquez. But nothing with against Jesus Vasquez. Just when she's in the picture, I don't feel safe for my daughter with her.
And is there any CPS involvement?
Between them two, yes, ma'am.
And have there been any restrictions placed on Vivian Faith Miller's interaction with your daughter due to that CPS involvement?
Yes, ma'am. She cannot be near Zayla Vasquez when Jesus Vasquez is visiting and watching Zayla Vasquez.
And you would like that injunction to be permanent, correct? Meaning that you don't want Vivian Faith Miller around your daughter even after the CPS case is closed, correct?
In my favor, yes. I have not seen any improvements, so yes.
However, currently, due to the CPS case, she is not allowed to be around your daughter. Is that correct?
Correct. That's what I was told.
Is there a set day or time that you would like Mr. Vasquez to have those supervised visits supervised by Ms. Gomez?
I know he is. I mean, I would like Mondays and Tuesdays, but I am open to negotiating with him. What we can do, because like I stated, my daughter does love Jesus Vasquez dearly, and I don't have any fear that he would hurt her if it's just him and Susana Gomez. But I would like Mondays and Tuesdays where I work the most, but I am open to negotiating that with him.
And do you know if Mr. Vasquez is currently working?
I'm not 100% sure since I know he is going job to job. I thought he had a UPS job. I could be wrong, like I stated before. I'm not sure. That's what I think that's where he works at.
Do you know how much he earns at that job?
I do not know. I don't ask.
Do you know how many hours a week he works?
I know he doesn't work too many hours because he does ask to see Zayla Vasquez quite often. So I'm not guessing he works very many hours. And like I stated, when he does have money, he does try to help me. So I don't think he's working much.
Do you know if he has other children to support under the age of 18?
I don't believe so. I don't know if he has to support Vivian's daughter, but I don't ask those questions either.
And when did you separate from Mr. Vasquez?
November 2019 is when I officially moved out of the residence.
And how much support has he given you since that time?
I believe like 500 was the last payment since since March, since COVID hit. But like I said, like he does give me like $20 here and there, but we both haven't kept track. So I stick to 500 from March. But like I stated, he lost his job and can't really help.
And you believe that it's in your best interest and your daughter's best interest that your address and other personal information remain confidential, correct?
That's fine.
No further questions for this witness. Pause the witness.
Okay. There's no testimony.
The state calls Mr. Vasquez.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Mr.
Okay.
Vasquez,
Okay.
sir, what is your name?
Jesus Manuel Vasquez.
And are you currently working, sir?
Yes, I just started at UPS.
And how many hours a week do you work?
Ranges between 20 to 25.
And how much do you earn per hour?
$14.50.
And do you have any other children under the age of 18, sir?
No.
And when did you separate from Miss Mraz?
Whatever date she said. That was so it must have said about a year and a half ago.
And have you given support since the separation a year and a half ago?
Yes.
How much support have you given?
I tried to give her while I was working 500, like she stated, but after that, slowly but surely, whenever I did have money, it was like 200, 300, 100, and the past 3 months have been really, really difficult.
So you heard her testimony that the last payment she received was $500 in March. Have you given money since COVID hit in March?
Yes, I just repeated that. Yes, I've been giving her whatever I can.
If you had to assign a dollar amount to that amount of money, how much have you given since March?
Since March, I wouldn't be able to say. I'd have to look at my archives. I don't want to say the right amount, and I don't want to say the wrong amount.
And you disagreed to the child support amount as calculated, correct?
At this moment, that would really take a hard hit on me until I find another job, just because I'm only making about $800 a month. Take home. So that would really like like I told Ms. Miraz, I did start working at UPS. It's going to eventually take some time for me to get more hours, but I do get benefits, and I hopefully would like to. I am going to get insurance, and I am going to put my daughter on that insurance.
Have you looked into how much it would cost you to add your daughter to your insurance?
Come again?
How much would it cost you to add your daughter to your insurance?
Like I said, that won't be till another 3 more months, so I wouldn't know yet.
And but right now you have no other sources of insurance, correct?
Correct.
And are you aware of the open CPS case?
Yes.
Are you aware that Vivian Faith Miller is not to be around your daughter during periods of visitation?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
I said, are you aware that Vivian Faith Miller is not to be around
Yes.
your daughter?
Correct.
However, you are not in agreement with a permanent injunction or permanently stating in an order that Vivian Faith Miller is not to be around your daughter, correct?
Well, I was hopefully, and I wasn't aware with Mrs. Miraz. Obviously we're going to finish the CPS case, and, she is my fiance. So we do, tend to go deep into a relationship. I don't know if there's a way that I would like to be a family, but, I would respect whatever Ms. Miraz says.
Are you or are you not in agreement with Vivian Faith Miller not being around your daughter during periods of visitation?
After the CPS case is over, I would like Ms. Miller around.
Why is it in the best interest of your daughter Zayla for her to be around Vivian Faith Miller?
She is my wife. She's going to be my wife.
Why is it in Zayla's best interest to be around Vivian Faith Miller?
I don't understand the question. Sorry.
Moving on. Is there a particular day or time that you would like to visit with Zayla?
No, I don't think there should be a specific day or time. We've had an open door policy relationship where I could pick her up whenever I want, whenever she needs me to. There could be days when she needs to have an appointment. If she needs Monday and Tuesdays, I don't just want to stick to Monday and Tuesdays, I don't want specific dates. But if that's the day she needs me to pick her up, I will be there. Sometimes she'll call me out of the blue. She has a late appointment, and I'll be able to pick her up. I want to be able to pick her up whenever I have time to pick her up, or whenever I want to have lunch with her, or whenever she needs me to. I don't want to just put it to 2 days.
And do you have any safety concerns, sir?
No.
If your address or other information were disclosed in a court order, would it subject you to harm, injury, or harassment?
No.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Any other evidence or testimony?
No other evidence or testimony from the state at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I do have some questions for Ms. Meraz. Ms. Meraz, how old is Zayla?
She's 3, gonna be 4 on May 2nd.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, you said you don't with Mr. picking up Zayla on Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. Is that right?
Yeah, those are the days I work the most, but like I said, I'm open to negotiating with that.
Well, ma'am, we're no longer at a point of negotiations. I mean, tell me what would work for you, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Vasquez the same thing. So, what days and times do you propose?
Whatever days he can do, like I said, Monday or Tuesday, 8 to 4 p.m.
Well,
or
then in that case, like what I
late.
can do is I can order the standard visitation schedule, the standard.
What is that? I really don't know how those standard ones work.
Every other weekend, first Monday, every other weekend, third and fifth weekend of each month, from Friday 6 p.m. until Sunday 6 p.m. And then during the week, either on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. And it also makes provisions for visitation during certain holidays, like, we just went through Christmas, other holidays as well.
Okay.
That's what we call the standard possession order. Are you
Okay.
cool with that?
Yeah, I'll be okay with that.
Okay. And like Mr. Vasquez just indicated, anytime that you all can work out different times and dates, that's fine with the court as long as you all work it out. Like if he wants to
Okay.
pick her up for lunch or whatever, and if you're okay with that, then that's fine with the court. Is that something that's feasible?
Yes, that's reasonable. Thank you.
Okay. And how is Zayla covered on health insurance? I didn't hear anything about that.
Right now, she's currently at Medicaid Superior.
You don't have any health insurance available through any other source?
Currently, no, not right now. I am working, going back to work this following week, so I can definitely look into that if I have to.
Okay.
I don't know the exact cost. I haven't looked into it, to be honest.
But for right now, she is covered on the government health insurance.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, there was some talk about a protective order against Ms. I didn't catch her last name. The other Mr. Vasquez's fiance. What is her name?
Vivian Faith Miller.
Was there a protective order or something? A restraining order?
It wasn't the CPS case due to their domestic violence cases. She wasn't allowed to be near Zayla at all during her visits with her father.
Okay. Has that CPS case, has that case been resolved, finalized, or still pending?
Not sure, that would have to be with Mr. Vasquez. From my understanding, she told me it was closed on my part where I had to know, but I don't know if they have oncoming classes or if it's 100% closed.
Okay, all right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Vasquez, you heard me explain to Ms. Meraz about the standard visitation schedule. Are you okay with that schedule, sir?
Sure.
Okay. And then any other times that you and Ms. Meraz can agree upon, if you want to take Zayla out for lunch or just to spend some time with her, as long as both of you will agree to it, that's fine with the court. And as long as Ms. Miller is not present during that time.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, that'll be the order. Mr. Vasquez, prior to you working at UPS, were you working at all, sir?
I stopped working in February. I got let go from the job I was with for almost 9 years. And
January or February?
February,
February. What were
I
you
got
working?
like for the Union Draft House.
And was this a full-time job, part-time job, or what?
Full time.
And what was your hourly rate?
I was a salary employee.
Okay.
I was making about 13 biweekly,
13 what?
and 1,300 biweekly. I was a salary. And at that time, I was gonna add Zeta to my insurance because the insurance you guys were providing was a little too expensive.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Any other questions for either party, Ms. Kaplan?
No other questions for the state, Your Honor.
All right, state's recommendation on the issues of support, retroactive support.
Your Honor, the state recommends 241 in current child support beginning February 1st, 2021. The state recommends current medical support of $64, also beginning February 1st, 2021. The state further recommends a retroactive child support amount of $2,410, and this is taken from March 2020 until today. As per the testimony of both parties, support was paid by Mr. Vasquez up until he lost his job. And per Ms. Miraz's testimony, there was a $500 payment in March, and that there were sporadic payments thereafter, and neither party knows exactly how much.
And the payment on the retroactive judgment?
The state is requesting that be repaid at $50 a month until paid beginning February 1st, 2021 as well.
Okay. All right. As far as the child support recommendations, Ms. Meraz, you heard the recommendation of the state. Are you in agreement with their recommendation, ma'am?
I am.
Okay. Mr. Vasquez, are you in agreement with their recommendation, sir?
Well, I didn't hear the amount she actually said.
Okay, I have child support to be set at, tell me if I'm wrong now, Ms. Kaplan, because you did kind of break up a little bit. $241 on child support. Did you say $64 on the medical support, the government health insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
And a judgment for retroactive back child support, $2,410 with a payment of $50 on that judgment. Is that the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. All
That's
beginning
the
February
recommendation.
1st.
Mr. Vasquez, are you in agreement with the recommendation?
Not on the back child support.
Okay, tell me what your disagreement is, sir.
I don't want to pay back child support.
Okay. Anything else you wish to tell me?
I'm in agreement with everything, starting to pay whatever I need to pay. The only thing I probably won't, if you guys want to go with that amount, that's fine, but I wouldn't want to get my wages garnished right now at the moment because I'm already behind almost like $2,000 in bills. So I would rather just pay it at the end of the year with my income tax.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grant judgment for retroactive support, $2,410. And I'm going to set payment on that judgment at $25 a month, not the recommended $50 a month. Now, these payments are to commence on February 1st of this year. All payments have to be made through the registry via court. Do not pay Ms. Meraz directly, Mr. Vasquez, because you will not receive credit for any direct payments, okay? I'll grant a request for non-disclosure. Is there anything else that we need to address, Ms. Kaplan?
Your Honor, the request for non-disclosure is granted as to Ms. Meraz or as to both parties?
I'm going to grant it as to both parties.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Well, there was some discussion about a permanent injunction, permanent restraining order. What I'm going to rule in regards to that is if there is a permanent restriction or permanent injunction against Ms. Miller being present while the visitations are going on, I'm not going to address that issue. If there is such an order, then those matters will have to be taken up with a CPS case. As far as this case is concerned, I'm not going to order any permanent injunction. However, the visitations will be supervised. Okay. Anything else, Ms. Kaplan?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Ms. Kaplan will go ahead and prepare the order, send it to me directly, and I will, once I receive it, I will sign it. The order will then be filed with the clerk's office, and it will be sent to the parties, whatever address that AG has for reporting. Any questions or anything else, Ms. Meras?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Vasquez, any questions or anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Kaplan, anything else?
No, Your Honor, nothing further from the state.
Okay. All right. Well, that concludes our hearing for today. I thank the parties for their participation today. That will conclude our hearing, and parties are now excused. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.